So step 2, which sort of derives from step 1. Know okay, the social welfare function that we're talking about is number 1, there are 3 or more candidates. Number 2, this social welfare function is Pareto efficient. Number 3, it's independent of irrelevant alternatives. And then we want to prove that this social welfare function is dictatorial. So step 2 proceeds in this way. Okay, let's suppose we have a preference profile of agents 1, 2, all the way to n, and all of these agents, they put B at the very bottom. Okay? Some arbitrary outcome or candidate B, they have all have this B at the very bottom. Okay? Even agent N. So by Pareto efficiency, this social welfare function should also have B at the very bottom. Okay? Since relative to any other candidate, B is below that candidate because B is at the bottom, then in social welfare function, B should also be at the very bottom relative to any other candidate in the voting scheme. Okay? Okay. So let's start with this preference profile. We start moving B from the very bottom to the very top of the ranking. Okay. So let's say for agent 1, we move B instead of being at the very bottom to the very top. Okay. And we see, okay, does the ordering of the welfare function changes? So let's say it doesn't. We move B to the top of the ranking for agent 2, moving it from the bottom. Same thing for 3. Then we move it for agent 3 from the bottom to the very top. Okay. And let's say nothing has changed in the welfare function. We keep doing this, moving B from the bottom to the top, starting with the first agent, until we get to this agent, let's say n star, for whom when we move this B to the top, suddenly the social welfare function also changes B from bottom to the top. Okay. So let's say as this is the first agent n star who moves B to the top, and that's when the balance tilts over and the social welfare function also moves B from the bottom to the top. Okay? So this is n star, and we call this voter a pivotal voter for B. Pivotal voter for B. Okay. So let's go back. That also means okay, if we move n star moves B to the bottom again, moving it from the top, then the social welfare function also moves B from the top to the bottom. Okay. And let's call this preference profile the first preference profile. And we'll have several of these, and you have to remember that this is the first one just before n star moves B to the top. And the one in which n star moves B to the top is the second one. So everybody has B before n star at the top. See? And now this is n star who has just moved B to the top of his preference profile. So agent 1, 2, all the way to n star had already moved their preference of B to the top. Now n star has also moved B to the top, and everybody after n star, so n star plus 1 has B at the bottom, and everybody else also has B at the very bottom, in which the social welfare function has moved B to the top of the ranking. And this preference profile we call the second preference profile. Okay? So this is the first one, and this is the second one. So what's the difference between this and this? The only difference is, in this one, n star ranks B at the bottom, and in this one, n star ranks B at the very top. The result being, okay, in this profile, the social welfare function ranks B at the bottom, and in this one, social welfare function ranks B at the very top. Okay? So this is step 2 basically, saying that when there is this pivotal voter, this voter that changes his preference from of B from the bottom to the top, it changes the social welfare ordering to change from the bottom to the top, and why not to the middle or somewhere in between? That's because in step 1 we had already proven that if all the agents rank the candidate B either at the top or at the bottom, then in the social welfare function, it should also be at the bottom or at the top. Okay? And in both these preference profiles, you see B is at the extremal positions. Either the agents are ranking B at the very top or at the very bottom. Okay? So that's why in this, with this change, with this change of n star moving B from the bottom to the top, B also will go in the social welfare function from bottom to the top.